Those knockoff wizards.
Demonic wizards. Those are called warlocks.
There it
What?
is.
What is
I am
that, Justin? Is
absolutely
that a
pulling
ruler?
Rachel, by the way. I am here, but I am kind of not.
Do you want to still?
I know
do
that feeling.
The host part, and then we'll
I'm
just talk
sorry,
about the show.
Josh.
You want to do the opening?
Yeah, I don't have the notes in front of me.
I'll do the opening.
I'm on my work PC, so like I have nothing in front of me. Thankfully, my mixer is USB supported, so that's the only reason I'm able to do anything. Like I am literally still working.
All right, this is episode 2. Okay, and
So if you think Rachel is detached on normal Geek.io shows, amp that to being paid to be detached.
We salary.
Yay, we salaried.
ooh,
Yeah. I have been working now for 14 hours.
Ugh.
Someone's actually got me beat for once.
My table. There's my table.
Where did you end up getting a job, CJ?
It is a telemedicine company called HealthRight. You're
we're
here.
Live. We're live, CJ.
That's fine. My boss listens to my shows, so it's over off of 66 in Almerton.
Nice.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that you are local, Justin.
Yes.
You are
You were
indeed
both
part
in
of
my
the
house at the same time.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I know.
Hashtag Tampa Bay Circle Jerk.
Yes, hashtag.
It just keeps getting bigger.
It does. The jerking keeps getting bigger and bigger.
TCJ.
TBCJ.
Quick, Justin, double cereal bowl.
I can't do it as much anymore because I got a bum shoulder from judo. It hurts a little bit when I do it.
It was the best when you had the mane to go with it
Oh yeah.
and the ping pong balls in your glasses.
I don't think I'm gonna cut my hair, the top part of it, for a good long while. So at least I'll have Benny Maru hair.
Nice.
I'll have Polnareff hair.
Why is it still doing that?
So, I did watch. We're up to episode 3 of Screamy Naruto on the dub.
Decent.
Better than the sub,
Nice.
but
Wow.
decent is as bad as good as it gets. The scripting is still bad and the animation is still bad, so
Makes sense.
it's tolerable to listen to now. And it's not just because I'm a dub watcher, and yes, I am a dub watcher, but it's still just not good. There's data.
Now I'm just thinking of Knights and Magic and fucking Addie.
Why is it show that I'm live on the video preview, but on the actual channel side it's still hosting?
I don't know. Just do a /unhost of them and it should work. Or refresh your page. Hold on.
What the?
And just remember, folks, you can use showbot.geek. What is it? Showbot.tv/geekio. Yeah, we are hosting still. Oh, broke it.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, broke
It
it.
shows that we are streaming to Twitch,
Uno momento, por favor.
but I've been restarting the stream or the.
There we go. I fixed it.
What did you do? Just kill the stream?
/unhost. And it just kicked us to live. Yay, glitches. I upgraded my Geek.io show account to the beta, so that might have been doing some weird stuff to it. Because beta is beta.
Beta is beta.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's some pesky hosts. Which I'm all great for hosting other people, but still, I mean,
it's the team thing. So the Broadcast Phoenix team auto hosts whenever none of the auto hosts that we have set up are going.
All right. Show notes. Which window, which tab has the show notes?
I don't
There
know.
it is.
It would be hell on earth for me to open them up right now.
Well, they're in the Zoom chat if you absolutely decide you have to have them.
I am not. I currently have. I'm going to alt tab and lose myself in some kind of non-Euclidean thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 windows open, much less the amount of tabs that I have in Chrome and Firefox open right now. When I say I am working in emergency mode, I am working in emergency mode.
And this is like what? Right before you've got to travel 19 hours?
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing it. Like, I'm working a half a day tomorrow, and I need to make sure that this is taken care of before I leave tomorrow during the day.
Are you trying to fix something, or is it just time consuming?
Yeah, we upgraded our database over the weekend. We did it in development first, like intelligent IT people, and in development everything worked, everything flew by, everything worked amazingly. We in fact dropped our CPU usage by about 12% by upgrading the database. This is fantastic. I told my boss, let's do it. There's nothing wrong with this. He's like, cool, I'm going to do it on Sunday. Awesome. Get the text, hey, I'm pushing the update. Cool. Got the text at about 12 o'clock. Update went through. Cool. Get in the office today. None of the tables are propagating data. And in fact, they haven't been since 12:30 last night.
So is it just you trying to find the problem, or you're just...
Well, no, we fixed the problem. Well, quote unquote fix. We reverted. However, we still lost about 9 hours worth of data, which is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. So no cloud backups or anything like that?
No, that's the reason why I'm able to retrieve the data.
Okay, good.
Oh, so it's just a matter of it's taking time.
Yeah, exactly. But with PostgreSQL, there is a lot of weirdness when it comes to like syntax and stuff like that. And it's some of the tables have arrays in them and things like that. And welcome to Tadpole Tech, everybody. But so that's creating some issues with the syntax. Things aren't terminating correctly. But for the most part, I'm able to get the data, pull it out, and insert it into the production database with little issue. There's just so much of it.
Okay, so it's not...
No, the immediate we are losing so much money if we don't get this up and running was done within about 20 minutes.
Okay.
The data recovery portion of it, which normally would work, however, perfect storm happened. Our cloud backup didn't for some reason grab. We didn't get notifications that this wasn't running. Like it just everything fell apart perfectly to a point where we were able to resolve the issue. However, the maintenance part of it, which is my job as the database administrator, comes into play where I'm having to find about, I don't know, 50 so gigs worth of data floating in the nethers.
Just do what I do at work. Fake virus attack. I've survived 10 years in IT doing that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be working from home like this if I wasn't working half day tomorrow and I wasn't taking vacation the rest of the week. So it is just a matter of necessity that I'm doing this, mainly for my own sanity because I enjoy my job.
So you better grab the hotspot because you'll be programming all the way down.
I have it. I called Sprint. I knew there was a chance I was going to have to be working on the road or at the hotel, if not for my day job, but for you guys. So I wanted to make sure I have a hotspot that I can connect to reliably and do what I need to do.
Okay. All right. I've got the show notes up.
All right. Hit that sweet, sweet intro.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
God damn it, Ro.
No, I've got it on my desktop. I just got to slide it over.
Slide, slide, slippity slide.
Oh. It's the new one by Daryl, right?
What? Yeah. It's not my weird ass voice anymore.
No. Wrong one. Okay, let's see. I'm here, CJ. I'm here.
Giving me more of a headache, Raul.
No,
I don't like
you
this.
know I've got everything.
I'm about to Hulk smash you.
I need that song from OG Naruto that plays when all the characters are stumped.
God. Can't do that.
Good evening. Welcome to the Anime Otaku Show.
Take two. Trying to get my audio level set. Now for a lesson.
Konbanwa.
You're doing great.
Oh, calm down. I'm just
Still a great night.
Still good. The fact that my computer is in blue screen. That's a good night.
Still good.
Konbanwa. Anime Otaku Show e yokoso. Good evening. Welcome to the Anime Otaku Show.
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean.
Remember, we will be discussing all episodes up to the ones we talk about tonight. Anata go supporter o kinishi nanara soyo. If you don't mind spoilers, welcome.
Go beyond! Plus!
Hello and welcome to the Anime Otaku Show, where I look for my notes.
Episode 2, Konbanwa Minase. I am CJ, witty nickname here, Boat, and joining me as always is Josh, witty nickname there, McGrath.
I'm tired.
Me too. Carrie, witty nickname there, Wilcox.
I
Justin, witty nickname there, Carol.
Like
He's
the
on
bells.
that can eat a dick, and he will eat a dick.
And joining us to help with the production side of things because I am working frantically and wanted to talk about shows that we're talking about tonight. Raul, stuck in the database, Garza.
Yes. Hello.
Oh my God, guys. It's been a hell of a couple of weeks for anime.
Yeah, it makes sense.
holy shit.
Yeah.
I actually only was able to catch up on 2 out of the 4 shows, but I will let you guys know what episodes that we are talking about tonight.
Yeah, what are we talking about tonight?
Food Wars, The Third Plate, Season 3, Episodes 6 and 7. 6 being The Imprisoned Queen, and 7 being It Begins. Junior
Dun, dun.
Zodiac
Eat a
War.
dick.
He could totally eat a dick.
The
Zodiac
most
War,
romantic.
Episode 6, Even a Champion Racehorse May Stumble, and Episode 7, In Like a Dragon, Out Like a Snake, Part 1. Recovery of an MMO junkie.
An M&M junkie?
Eminem, that is me. This is the anime about my life. Episode 5, Secret Triangle. Episode 6, I'm so embarrassed I could die. Episode 7, You and I, and Me and You. And a new show that is, as far as I know, replacing one of the core shows is Ancient Magus Pride is going to be our weekly is being added to our weekly discussion. We are catching up to episode 6 tonight.
Indeed. So what have you caught up on, Justin? So we can talk about that first.
I have caught up on Food Wars and Juni Taisen.
All right. Well, let's start with those then. Food Wars, you guys.
Oh,
Josh has some feelings.
Josh, do you want to share your feelings even though you're very tired?
The most recent episode legitimately made me angry
Oh, yes.
Oh.
because I can understand what they're doing and I can understand why they're doing it. However, it's complete and total bullshit and a shining beacon on why we have systems of checks and balances to begin with, that they are taking the Academy in the direction that they are, you glorious cockbag.
Yeah. I will let you know one thing about the series, and that you'll never actually have to worry about this, and it's not really that huge of a spoiler. But Azon Etia, he doesn't get a redemption arc. You can hate him as much as you want.
Good.
Yay!
You can continue to hate
Is it
his
Izan? Because they pronounced it Aizen in the show, and I like comparing him to Aizen Sosuke from Bleach.
they call him Aizen in the dub.
That's a completely different spelling.
Well, you could. So is there, and there.
Yeah, but it's they say
Inflection.
it. They plainly pronounce it in Japanese as Aizen.
I must have been mishearing it though every time they heard his name, or I just read the name.
Or
And I'm like,
Izan.
I'm just gonna copy. I'm just gonna find and replace Azon with Aizen.
No, Aizen was actually cool.
Yeah.
And Izan's
Ulf
face
Groban is
being
not
turned into
necessarily.
like an awkward amount of comedy relief whenever you see the obvious stereotypical villain face from him. So Carrie knows it gets played for really great comedic effect.
It's fantastic.
I am really super looking forward to this Shokugeki, knowing what happens, of course. It's actually pretty damn exciting. You get to see pure and righteous fury Soma, and I'm real excited for next week.
Excellent.
Yeah, you're gonna love next week for a number of reasons, and Soma is only one of them.
Nobody
It's
makes
still
Color
just,
Star girls cry because they are waifus for life.
Right?
it
Everyone
just makes me angry because I never understood what Japan's hard-on is for all-powerful super councils of students, but there's no way any of this would ever hold up in an actual court of law.
Nope.
Nope.
And it's complete and total bullshit, and it's kind of infuriating.
Well, you see, the thing is that Totsuki Tea Ceremony School Academy, or wherever that place is, they are known as a sacrosanct individual state. They are not part of Japan.
They're Rome, essentially. And they even mentioned that in the episode where it's like, yeah, things operate here differently because we are our own thing. So yeah, but Josh, you also kind of have a point. This trope has always been kind of dumb, and it's not really well played at this point in it.
And it's like it's especially irritating because this is a guy who was exiled.
Yes, exactly.
He should have no claim whatsoever, regardless.
Or any pull on these students.
Council.
Like, these are children.
Exactly.
I
These
think
are not people known for making clear, logical decisions.
yeah, I
Get
think
your torches out! We're burning the school down!
I think it was addressed more in the manga how he like did some shady business deals and stuff to kind of
Very,
bribe them
very
onto his side.
Yeah. Azami is almost comically evil, but it's still. I think the anime is doing a really great job at giving the whole wow, Arena has really legit PTSD and
For good reason.
No, that's fine. I'm okay with him as being like horrible jackass father antagonist.
I'm not.
Well, I mean,
Trigger warning. This really gets to me.
I'm not saying I like him as a character. I'm saying he's well designed to make you want to despise him and skip rope with his guts.
Yep. Evisceration
Like,
game he
The
likes to
fact
play.
that he doesn't, he has soulless eyes. They are just dark voids of nothing.
So I am
They're
kind of-
scribbled in.
He is the
Yeah.
anti-spiral.
Yeah.
I am kind of torn though. I am torn between flat out not wanting to watch the show because of him. Because as a father, like I said, I don't joke. Like those kind of parents just legitimately turn me off of a show. And I knew I kind of knew it was coming, but still, it was just at the same time, it's just like, no, I don't want to believe it's going to be that bad. But, and also like, all right, so we know, I'm assuming it's his father, Master Roshi, Chef Roshi.
Yes.
Azami is the son-in-law.
Okay,
Yes,
so
son-in-law.
it's,
Yeah,
so
he's
it's his- okay,
not
so
even
it's her mom's-
biologically related.
So it's her mom's father.
Yes.
Okay,
So he
Chef
took-
Roshi. Which is what I'm going to call him, by the way,
So he
because I
took
don't.
his wife's family name.
Yes. When a son is marrying into an esteemed family and the daughter is the one of the esteemed family, it is common in Japanese households for the son to be adopted into the family and take on their name. This is also the case
Correct.
for like inheriting businesses, because they want to keep the business in the family. And so if the business owner only has a daughter who's not interested in running the company or doesn't have any kids, he'll adopt his successor and keep it in the family that way.
This is what made that particular thing in that Japanese RPG that I'm not really allowed to talk about, lest Josh kill me. That's the reason why that makes more sense than just that dude's a douchebag.
What's the title?
Something about it's where you think that you're a wolf, some kind of fursona, and the 5th fursona game. It's where you think you're a wolf a lot.
Huh. Okay.
I mean, okay, but isn't he preaching like the core curriculum where everyone has to be on the same level?
He's Stalin. He's absolutely Joseph Stalin. Like
Cooking communism.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm gonna give a really another really terrible comparison. All right, Shogeki no Soma Central is like the PMCs in Metal Gear Solid.
Okay. Yeah.
He's turning the school into a privatized culinary corps to
Culinary.
rid the world of pig slop.
Yeah, it's a factory. It's a factory for what he thinks is real food.
Yeah,
Which
he's
is
making a factory
the
of
furthest
gourmet
from
soldiers.
real food you could ever actually get.
I'm thinking, and I guess Azami is Revolver Ocelot. I don't think anybody's ever talked about this, and I don't know if anybody else here has actually played Metal Gear Solid. So
I play and love all of the Metal Gear Solids, including the weird, like, I love its stupid Japanese things, like the flaming whale at the beginning of 5.
okay,
So
but yeah, I think Azami's a little bit like Liquid Ocelot. I don't know.
Can we also talk for a moment, because Azami's pissing everybody off, so I'll change the subject slightly to cheer us up a little bit. This marks the beginning of one of the best character arcs in the entire manga so far, and that is Erina's arc.
I
We
want to
see
protect
her
her. She's so small and
escape-
sad.
We see her escape to Polar Star Dormitory, and she's kind of just outsider. She's completely shell-shocked from what's happened with Daddy. All of the Polar Star people start shoving food in her face, and
As they should.
they should. And when she completely trashes it, she tries to hold back. You can tell she's like recognizing that these people are being nice to me. I should be nice to them. But she still regurgitates the "this is disgusting" speech that she was trained to do by her father. And instead of crushing their souls like she's used to doing,
It makes them
They're all
strong.
like-
Constructive criticism.
they are like, fuck yes, this is exactly what I needed. Taste mine next.
you may strike me down, but I will become more powerful.
Well, that's just it. These guys they're accustomed to being the grunts, the low men on the totem pole. Soma pretty much, and to a lesser extent, Megumi being the only ones who really have any, clout around.
And of
Well, I
course,
mean, there's-
Yeah, Ishiki.
'cause,
Yeah.
I mean, they're all great chefs in their own rights, but nobody really knows who they are because it's Shokugeki no Soma, not Shokugeki no Polar Star Dormitory.
And that's kind of the detriment
Oh,
to the way the show is written, because each of these characters actually has a very good personality, but you hardly ever get to see it. Like you barely got to see it in like even the fall festival last year. Like you barely got to see them there because again, yeah, you're right. It's Soma. And Megumi kind of got a little bit further, but yeah, the rest of them I would have loved to have seen Smoke Boy get higher up, because they touted him up to be this fantastic, like up there with Soma chef, and just let it go.
But I am glad that the side, because you do, no matter how big the main ensemble is, you're always going to need side characters. And the fact that the side characters in this are so good that we demand more of them,
yeah,
is a good thing.
I tout in my opinion, and I am an unapologetic Shonen fanboy. It's the reason why Black Clover pisses me off so much. Bleach is, in my opinion, the epitome of an ensemble shonen anime.
I want to say My Hero's unseating that.
It's definitely getting there, but unfortunately, Bleach has a bunch.
One time.
Yeah, exactly. So My Hero's getting up there very fast. But that's definitely the one thing is, I want to know more about these, and that says something for them, but it also says something that we're not able to get that because we're doing an almost Dragon Ball Z approach to this, where it is bad guy after bad guy after bad guy after bad guy after bad guy, and all of them have to be beaten by Gosoma.
Soku.
Yeah, Somaku.
No,
Okay.
Sohan. We talked about this last episode.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Gohan.
I didn't. This is completely off topic, but I made a chicken pot pie with all 7 Dragon Balls on it because I love Food Wars.
You're also
amazing.
You're also wearing your Proto Men T-shirt, which
I
I
am wearing my Proto Men t-shirt.
But it's just kind of tiring, and yeah, it's like, okay, it's like complaining that you don't get enough. I'm trying to think of any good character in Naruto other than Naruto.
Shikamaru.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, it's like complaining that Shikamaru doesn't get enough airtime until Boruto, where he gets more airtime. But that's beside the point.
We're not talking about Bort. We're talking about Naruto.
We're not talking about Bort. We're
Talking
talking
about
about
Boruto's dad.
Yeah, Boruto's dad. Introducing Boruto's dad. Thanks, Crunchyroll, for that one. That'll go down in infamy. It's I don't know. I would love to have a spinoff or an OVA of just them. And
That would be
someone's
awesome.
off doing his own thing, like.
Well, the only time they had a side story, very briefly, was during the co-ops.
Exactly, and that's an issue. And like I said, they're doing a breakneck Dragon Ball Z approach to this, and there's a reason why a bunch of people hate Dragon Ball Z for that exact reason. Bleach gave downtime where they had the characters interact with each other. My Hero has quite a bit of downtime where they allow the characters to get to know each other. Shonen does not have to be bad guy, bad guy, bad guy, bad guy, bad guy. You can have episodes where you give Goku and Piccolo a reason to start liking each other because now they're getting to know each other on a personal level.
want to drive cars again?
Exactly. You can have those, and they, even if they're filler, that's fine. My Hero didn't need to have the internships of everybody else, but damn it, they did it and they sold it. And it was fucking amazing.
I agree completely.
Talking about segueing, let's segue.
Drink.
Yes. Oh yeah, me messing up a word. Talking about excellent backstories on each character. Our next show.
Oh my
Janae
god.
Tyson.
All right.
Oh my god.
So, all of us,
Fuck.
congratulations. Rip Monkey.
I'm so angry.
Right?
I was
wrote down
wrong.
in my-
I was
wrote down
very,
in my
very
notes,
wrong.
Maybe this is one of those dark animes where nobody wins. Like where the bad guy, the antagonist rabbit either wins or turns out that he is not an antagonist at all.
The
he's like-
antagonist cat wins.
Exactly. Everybody clap your ball of yarn. Speaking of antagonist cat, Drunk Fist Assassination Tiger.
Adorable.
Fucking amazing.
Oh my
Drinking The flamethrower fluid.
Yeah.
It's lit, literally.
No fucks given.
So lit. Yep, she just does not care. It is like, oh, this is kind of alcoholic. So in the fifth episode, I asked to myself, did Rabbit know that Snake's power was being able to see the ground? Nope, he just wanted to kill somebody. This show kind of has a similar issue where, I don't know if any of you guys watched Gotham or not.
No.
It is set up resolution. Like there's no like,
There's no fluff.
yeah.
There's something almost comforting about the setup resolution format.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of almost Monster of a Week, like in a sense.
But
Yeah.
also, like, there's not very much tension because 9 times out of 10, whatever you're introduced to is going to get resolved in that episode.
Yeah. And admittedly, it is kind of a downside to the 12-week kind of format. Like, you don't really have, unless, especially at a show like this, you don't really have time for a filler episode unless, not having read the manga. Justin, have you read the manga for Jujutsu Kaisen?
No, the manga is going at the same pace as the anime.
Oh,
The light novel is already finished, though.
Oh, okay. Have you read the light novel?
No, but I spoiled myself on some stuff today, so I'm keeping mum on that.
Good job. By the way, welcome to my world. I do that all the time. It's like I'm doing research on a character. Like, shit. I actually knew about Monkey on our last episode because I was doing some research on her background. I'm like, well, fuck.
Some of the stuff that is really anticlimactic, though, like they show Horse surviving only to show him dead in a bank vault the next episode. You just see sheep. Yeah, and then you see Sheep lying on the ground in a puddle of blood. Yeah,
I'm a little salty about Horse dying that way because that's my year, and now
I would have much rather him being killed off screen by Ox. Like if I'm giving the two of them, I would rather him be killed off screen by Ox.
True,
because that was the problem. Is there were 3 off-screen deaths this episode, and all of them were infuriating.
Yes,
like the previous episode, we saw Monkey fighting the bird swarm and Rabbit, and then Monkey's having her guts fished around in for the jewel.
No, they showed Monkey dying.
Her getting stabbed.
Yeah, they showed Monkey dying on camera. Yeah,
I must have missed that.
Yeah, because it was why she goes, well, why if I can sneak up on him, I can end this now. And wait, why is he using a master's technique? Oh, that's how. And there's the head.
Yeah, just the off-screen deaths are really kind of irksome, especially because they were some of the characters I liked the most. And we were all rooting for Monkey's pacifism plan, and it's like, well, shit.
So, Rat Hero.
Well, and then on top of it, you also get you get attached to these characters like with Sheep's backstory and stuff. And also in an anime where people are supposed to die as part of the plot, you kind of expect for some of them to be on screen. Yeah. Yeah, this show does have a little okay, so this airs Tuesdays. So it's not like a weekend show like where I'll get to later with Dragon Ball Super, where you're dealing with like Saturday or Sunday morning kind of stuff. This is Wednesday night that it's airing, I believe. Japan time?
Like Tuesday. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it airs Tuesday. So it's Tuesday morning that it comes up. So it's airing Wednesday night. So there's no reason for them to do all of this pulling off-screen deaths other than being, not wanting to be hyper aggressively showing deaths. Then don't give us deaths. Don't give us an anime based around death.
It's an anime about killing people.
Okay.
Literal anime about death.
Wars, death, and re-death. Second death is very horrific.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I would have much rather have him died off screen with to Ox.
No, War.
Oh,
The chick, the one with
oh
the
yeah, gun
the
gun
guns.
lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard horse. Sorry.
On-screen corpse death, those maybe count halfway if they're lucky.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm assuming they're trying to ramp up, I don't know, Rat as the protag now? Is what they're going to try and ramp up to? I don't know.
Well, that's
What?
the thing is like
Rat being the protag?
Maybe there
Yeah.
is no pro tag.
that's where I'm thinking this is going.
That's what I'm thinking.
Monkey was the only protagonist we had, but she was in a show of antagonists.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe, like I said, they're going to play up. Maybe Rabbit's scheme is to, and of course, I actually don't know what's happening at this point. Like, I spoiled myself on Monkey, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm not going to do any more character research. Maybe they're going to make it so he's actually building an army against the Juni Taisen. I don't know. I want something to come out of this other than just death, and at the end, freaking Gilgamesh wins. I don't want I don't know. And that's actually kind of, it's infuriating me, not to a point where it's like, negative, but it's just, I don't know. It's not fully enjoyable.
Yeah, it's getting that way for me. Like when Josh and I sat down to watch our shows, I asked to watch that one first specifically to get it out of the way.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, I mean, the real world is a pretty shitty place, especially right now. I watch things like anime to get away from it, not to be thrown into uber grim dark horror.
And I'm okay with doing that, but if you're going to give me grim dark horror, don't half sell it.
Yeah, this whole past episode felt really phoned in.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the infuriating thing. It's like, okay, cool. I'm fine with getting into, I'm fine with if I'm sold, grim darkiness. That's fine. But don't edge me, bro. If you're gonna sell me something, don't sell me a bill of goods. And that's what I felt these last couple of episodes were. Because like even Tiger, who was, put up into the big assassin route, like literally slid across the screen in some really bad animation, and then, all right, sheep's dead. Like this show seems to play real hard on the anticlimax, and that really pisses me off. I hate anticlimactic things.
Especially
I want to check the mouse score on this. 1 second.
And for a show that everything else in it makes it feel like you should be having more climactic scenes.
Yes.
The epic opening, the epic ending, the slow dynamic pan shots, the music direction, the artistic direction, like all of that points in a flashing neon sign to, hey, something big is going to happen. And then it just kind of...
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. And I sincerely hope, I mean, we're over halfway through the season. I'm hoping that it's just a mid-season slump that we're getting right now and not, what actually...
Downhill decline.
Yeah, exactly. I hope in the next couple episodes we're going to pick up, because if like we get something with Fate where this comes back in the next Juni Taisen and we get characters again like this, I don't know if I can bring myself to watch it, because if they're going to go downhill this fast with it and not pick back up, I don't know. I mean, flash forward to us, a couple of shows from now where like, yeah, remember in two universes, one the brightest and one the darkest universe, you pick. Remember when we were so amped on Juni Taisen? Well, it's back. Or remember?
And then we're not going to watch it because it's
Taisen? Well, about that.
I'll be honest, I think this is the last point that I can make about the show. Well, last 2 points that I'll make about it. Really invested in the beginning, right? I was even watching with Erica, and we were watching it every week. We watched these 2 episodes today, and she's like, I don't really care about the show anymore, which makes sense as the whole anticlimax thing. And also, This is not the best writing from Nisio Isin I've ever seen. I like pretty much every other thing I've ever seen him write. So I spoiled myself on stuff earlier today, as I said. So now that I know what the actual climax is going to be, I'm going to coast for the show.
Fun. That's a rousing thing. By the way, that is what we call spoiling without spoiling. Congratulations, Justin.
I mean, I know what a climax is.
Yeah, but your reaction to it just kind of set the mood for all of us. By the way,
sorry.
My mood was kind of going in that direction anyway. To be
and
perfectly
so was
honest.
I. Like, no, I mean, even knowing like that you are kind of bullish on what you spoiled yourself on, like, it's just that's not exactly a pull for me to continue to root for the show. And admittedly, we're already halfway through, so I think we could.
What's 5 weeks?
Yeah, we could suck it up for 3 more of our shows, and just kind of move on with our lives after that. But it's such a sad thing when we were so hyped on this. It's like, all right, cool. I get a new battle royale, and that's kind of what I wanted out of this. I knew what I was getting. I was sold a hyper bloody Fate show, and what I am getting is Fate X Sunday morning Dragon Ball Super,
and way less animation.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yes, the animation drop is real in this show.
Yeah, it was really nice in the first 2 or 3 episodes, but the amount of rotoscoping, like awkward, definitely not Kino shots, are definitely throwing me off.
And like my problem with this show now is like I was okay with the show. It's like it's not my general cup of tea, but it was an interesting premises. I like things that work with Zodiac related stuff.
Yep.
And Monkey was there. I don't like shows where the bad guys win. And right now the bad guys are winning.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like there are any good guys left. So when anime is one of my methods of escapism from, the shitty real world, I need heroes.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. So, speaking of heroes, let's move on into the greatest hero of all time, Kanbei.
Kanbei-san!
Oh, Kanbei.
Recovery of MMO Junkie. Justin, are you going to plug your ears?
I'm probably actually going to head out for the rest of the night because it's already almost 11 o'clock.
Legit. Have a good night, sir.
You too.
Justin.
Good luck with your work, CJ.
I'm finishing up. I'm sending my boss an email right now.
Good night, everyone.
Only taking me until 11.
Hi, Justin. Love you.
Love you.
And I'm not even done with it because I still have to do stuff with the programmers. Yay. So, oh boy, you guys. All right. So we were just kind of really grumpy about Juni Taisen. Let's turn that on its head and talk about the wonderfulness and amazingness that is MMO Junkie.
It's so good. And that's why it's one of the 2 shows we save for last in this block. It's like we start with Juni Taisen because we want the grimdark over with. We go to Shokugeki no Soma because it's still, like in this case, it was a bit infuriating, but it was still better.
Yes.
And then we usually, either do MMO Junkie and Magus Bride, depending on, what we really want to be like the note the night ends on, basically.
Yeah, I mean, more so we start with Soma because it's kind of at this point, at least, we know what we're going to get. So there's not a lot of like surprises that we're going to get for that one.
But recovery of an MMO Junkie.
All right. So 5th episode, the date.
Oh, the date.
Dates. Sorry.
Koiwai-san, you glorious fucking bastard.
Right? And he is the greatest. He is number 1 wingman. And there was a couple times like, and the writing on this show, just because they sell Koiwai on this character where you simultaneously know that he is trying to push them together and don't think he is going to push them together.
I know. It's so good.
And it's just, oh my God, guys, seriously, if you are not watching this show, one, why are you listening to the spoiler of this? But just watch it. Oh my God, the animation, the sound design, the character progression, the acting, all of it, like every bit of it. And speaking of ensemble casts,
Yeah. Because
oh God.
I was gonna say, and it's actually double the size because not only do you have these people's avatars, but you have the real people themselves that show little glimpses here and there. But a little glimpse of some of these not NPCs, but of the other guild members is all you need to know what this person is like as a human being, as well as how they express themselves in the game.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're all using it for escapism.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what you game for. I mean,
Yes.
especially something like an MMO. You don't play an MMO for the story.
No, you don't.
Nobody actually cares about Alliance versus Horde.
Also, Kanbei-san.
He's such a good boy.
He's such a bro. Just the fact that, like, not only is he the guild leader in the sense of, yeah, he's the guild leader, but, like, he is everybody's confidant.
Oh, and I know how that is.
Yep. I think all of us here on this show especially are those kind of people that are like, yep, just you can tell me everything and I'm not gonna ever say anything about it. Like,
Well, sometimes some people just want an ear.
yeah, oh yeah.
They just need someone alive, breathing, just to talk to, and just having someone there is good. Welcome to talking your problems out with the Geek.io crew.
Right?
Also, this show does not artificially create complications for no reason. Case in point, Moriko could have chosen not to PM Kanbei about her Smurf and tried to live some kind of crazy double life, bouncing back and forth between characters. Instead, she encounters him in game. He starts talking to them. She PMs him to be like, hey, I'm smurfing with this guy I know.
And Kanbei-san, being the brilliant son of a bitch that he is, it's like, oh, it must be that other guy from the convenience store.
Yep.
Which, can we just stop for a moment and appreciate the sheer majesty that is Koai-san's character?
Oh my god, his expressions. The muscles.
Like,
His character is the greatest thing ever. His character is so brilliant. I'm gonna roll a girl. Hey, I'm gonna roll a girl. Boom.
Clearly, this girl's
China.
last name is Armstrong.
Oh yes.
Flex with me.
But I mean, talk about someone that's actually trying to understand someone's world.
Right?
Yeah, it's like, okay, I don't play many games. I'll just try this game out.
But the funny thing is, like, even though he's just quote-unquote trying this to understand them better, you know this is part of his master plan as a wingman.
Yes. And even he was like, yep, I'm absolutely going to do this. Hey, I'm surprised. And of course, I do love, oh my God, the fact that those two have known each other for so long.
That reveal was so fucking good.
Sakura-chan and Mori are just, oh my God.
Like, for the longest time, I was thinking that the way it was going to unfold, the previous game that she was playing with whoever her ex from the company is. That hurt her very clearly so badly. But the fact that it's been them this entire time, it's like...
I was hoping it was.
Yeah, I'm so glad that was the payoff on that one and not just some kind of weird augmented need for conflict or her apathy.
But this is so authentic.
Yes.
On the emotions, the situations. Oh, and at the end of, what was it, episode 5, when Sakura realizes who it is, that
Yep.
he's been playing with.
By the way, I more than teared up with Morioka-san. I freaking forget it. Her character's name. When Sakura-chan's like saying both of their names in his characters, and then I miss you, like, oh, you actually feel it. Oh my god!
And Sakurai's reaction when Moriko is telling Lily all about the first date and how much it meant to her and how much fun she had and how much it helped her.
I love it.
This is like the things that you would want to know
Yeah.
after that first date, right?
He is accidentally being his own best friend. Like, it is brilliant. And just also, I love the awkward shyness between the adorable awkward shyness between Sakura and Mori during the first date. The kampai. It was so cute and exactly what I needed. Like, this show is going from the mindless fluffiness that I signed up for anyway to me being emotionally attached to these characters. And
That's a real good thing, though.
yes, exactly. Like we wouldn't have got this with. I don't think we would have got this with furry
Fox lesbians.
Yeah,
No.
Fox lesbians.
See, this is true comfy because not only do you get genuine emotions and genuine attachment, you leave this show feeling happy.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, I mean, I framed my Junie Tyson watching with MMO Junkie because, I mean, normally I do that because I'm like, oh man, I gotta kind of wash that off a little bit. This time I washed up because I just gotta watch something good.
And it really is so good. And I love how they didn't need to show it at the end of the last episode, but you knew Sakurai was remaking that character for
Oh yeah.
Udemar.
Oh.
Like, they didn't actually show it, but it's like, oh, he's going to do it. He's going to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. It just.
But, I mean, Sakurai's friend, he comes off as kind of like the bro, but he is
He is the best bro.
He is the best bro. He's not just there teasing him, but he's literally trying to help him.
Also, I kind of want to play the game.
Genuine and
right?
Like, what's that?
I want to play the MMO that they're playing.
Right? Just like, because this seems kind of like, basically hang around with your friends and have anime style cutscenes real time while sometimes going on generic fantasy adventure.
Exactly, and I want to play that game so bad.
Like Nico just dropping the items around the AFK character.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I don't think we've seen Nico before, or if we did, she was.
We haven't seen her on screen. Is the thing? She's.
Oh,
been
that's
mentioned.
right.
I think she might have appeared very briefly, but she was described in an earlier episode as someone who's only there, very infrequently.
And she's brilliant. She is amazing.
I want to see more. Introduced one character that's in the opening, right? The one that's bringing, I guess, lunch over or something. The one through the peephole.
That is Lilac's player.
Yeah, that's the college girl.
Oh, okay. And the ending credits with the boss coming in through the window.
Still the best 3 seconds of my life. Nope.
and that I have been there where it's like the ending credits where she's just scrolling and then she's like slowly getting tired throughout the
Yep.
the
Oh
evening
yeah.
and into the morning.
The gradual melt into the chair.
Yes.
I'm kind of dealing with that right now, guys. Thank you for keeping me awake. I mean, there's not much more we can say other than just continuing to lavish praise upon this show. I kind of wish if I'm gonna put any negative on this, and this is only because Sometimes you have to. I kind of wish Morioka wasn't as vacant about those around her as she is. She is kind of a very selfish person, and I understand that is kind of, she's going to break out of that shell. It's inevitable. She's going to break out of that shell.
Well,
But
it seems a lot like she shut herself in.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is deliberately checked out right now.
Yeah. And again, this is just a small criticism of me. I kind of wish she was just a little bit more, not selfish, because she also does selfless things, but
Yeah.
just, I don't know, that might be just because that one's a little too close to home for me.
Yeah, and I think it's part of her story, because she was very much in the Japanese corporate, the company before my life kind of mentality. And she quit to become a NEET specifically to focus on her own happiness. And so she is deliberately walling her off into a world that consists of me and my friends who I see on the screen in front of me. And the story as a whole has to involve her coming back out of that.
Yeah.
She's an elite NEET.
Yes, elite.
Because she chose to be a NEET.
Yeah. And Nico was joking about becoming one as well.
Yes. You know what else is neat? Ancient Magus Bride. So
let's talk about shows done amazing, shall we?
So, one, God damn it, Carrie. I blame you for this.
I take full blame for this.
I have become overly obsessed with this show.
You should be. It's the thing.
It's so damn good.
It is a near perfect piece of television. Like, not even just anime or animation. Like, it is a near perfect piece of television. Like, it is probably my favorite thing that I am watching right now. Like,
absolutely.
And that is including the fact that I have another show where I watch television. Like, I watch a lot of TV because I podcast about it. And this is probably my favorite thing that I've watched in quite some time.
It's because it's so damn good. It does not miss a single beat.
And it's good in a unique way. It's not the good that is, MMO junkie, where everybody is, this perfect kind of like yourself thing. This is a near flawless fantasy.
Yes. You want to just dive right through the screen and roll around in the grass in front of Elias's yard.
Exactly. You want to snuggle the furry dragons.
But because the fantasy is anchored in a reflection of our world, it feels that much more real and alive and beckoning.
Yeah, it is not just a, hey, this is, super hyper elves are everywhere kind of thing. But it is an absolute, like you said, it is our world. Like, it's not, Earth X. It is actually Earth, and it's this Fae side of things, and it's just, oh my God,
makes me want to go meet my own neighbors.
Right? But my neighbors probably are not cute naked pixie girls.
Hey, they could.
They might be little Deku brush thingies.
Right? I love how everything is a neighbor. Everything is a neighbor. Like, she's a neighbor that kind of just takes care of the place. She's more than a neighbor. She's kind of the landlady, I guess.
And just the premise of Elias buying Chisei at first glance seems problematic, but the fact that he legitimately wants to see if he can help her.
Yeah, he wants to save her.
He's told her his motivations and what he wants to do with her, but is not pushing it on her.
Yep.
And he always lets her make the choice.
And it goes back to the proper dominant and submissive relationship of this. He is very obviously the power part of this. He is the top. He is the man. I mean,
just wait until you get to episode 7.
Yeah, with all the work today, I have not been able to watch episode 7. So I've only been able to watch episode.
You are in for a treat.
not through lack of wanting to do it. I honestly, I've been working now for since 8 o'clock.
15, 16 hours.
Yeah. The fact that I am able to talk and smile is saying something.
It's almost like magic.
Yeah, right. I actually had to watch Dragon Ball Super today on my and MMO Junkie on my self-imposed lunch break because if I wasn't getting away from my screen, I was going to kill somebody.
Start beating your head against it.
Yes, exactly. Jeez, sorry.
Okay, so we're only up to the
6.
Fairy Queen.
Episode 6, the Fairy Queen.
The Fairy
Yes.
Queen and King. By the
the
way,
Fairy-
Oberon is brilliant.
Oberon.
I love Oberon and Titania in this show are just great.
Like, the only thing that even minutely microscopic bothered me was the wob 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 wob.
Her name
wob.
is Titania.
It's like that's the reason it was excused. It's like this is a little over the top.
Also, that is,
She's
I mean,
the
that's pretty
goddamn
much
fairy queen.
in every single iteration of Titania.
Uh-oh. We lose him?
Maybe.
Cultures you on beauty, that is what you get. Either you get long and lean, you get boobs 3 times the size of her head in the case of Japan, because Japan.
Those fluid dynamics, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, like
Even if it was slightly grating, that animation was fucking gorgeous.
pretty realistic boob physics. Like with melons that size, with obviously no bra on, they would be bouncing like that. There's no like. Also, like the animation and sound design when Titania was introduced.
Oh my god.
Oh.
We Crunchyroll like froze and kept trying to buffer during that whole scene, and we finally just rewound it and to watch it again in its full glory.
Oh yes, like you need to. If that's a scene where you catch it if it's buffered. No, you go back and rewatch that thing. Like,
And just rewind it a few more times just because.
yeah, it goes full Miyazaki in that one. Like,
And Spriggan. Spriggan was so good.
yes, Spriggan is amazing. Don't you ever come.
Just this compact little armored like
No thingy.
person who takes no fucking shit.
Yeah. Just, by the way, also these I spurged the entire thing because I had only watched episode 1 for the Passport to Japan contest from Crunchyroll, and so I went through all of this and like almost immediately, like you are put in the fact that it's like, okay, Elias is this amazing creature. He's small fry, like. In the grand scheme of things, he's not even that old.
Yeah.
Oh, talking about old. Can we talk about the tree dragon?
Dragons.
Oh.
That dragon episode,
I
man.
think your video froze, CJ.
Oops. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, it's frozen on a pretty fantastic face, but
Yeah. So yeah, tree dragons and the dragons in general. Like one,
Happy dragons.
Norway. No, the Norwegian or Iceland, landscape that they painted. That was paint, you guys. It was glorious, and it was amazing how they switched how every scene looks different. Japan looks different than this England thingy that they kind of got going for them, looks different than Norway. Like all of it has a unique sense and look and sound to them. Each area you could tell is different, and that is
So what's interesting is that she's in danger, but not in like really like. He's always in her shadow.
yeah. he's a half of a shadow or whatever it's
Yeah.
But he waits until she wants the help.
Yep.
yeah,
Never
he lets her make her own decisions and choices and mistakes, and he only intervenes if she either, directly asks or she doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, like when she passes out because she doesn't know how to control her own power, as seen with the oh my god, the cat thing. So You know how this show is great and has baby fuzzy dragons, and you can see the itty bitty fuzzies on them. and,
Before we go
animated.
away from the dragons, CJ, on like how they view death.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I wept.
Chills.
I wept
yeah,
openly.
where it's not a sadness, it's a joyous occasion where like we get to be
They're
part of
they're
the
giving back to the earth.
I want to be
You
a
know-
big tree when I get that old too. I'm like, oh my god!
And the perfect, the icing on that cake. When you have need of a wand, please use one of my branches.
Yes.
Ah!
Oh. Oh my god. So
Like, if she does it, I will stop watching that show right then
Right.
and there, because if she does not honor that dragon's request,
oh, you can
Damn
guarantee
you.
she is going to. That is not even a question. So all those beautiful, breathtaking things. This show does gore and horror like it is perfect.
Oh my god, the cat episode.
yeah.
Uh,
No lie, that episode like hurt our roommate.
Yeah.
Like she cried because of that episode. And when
But
you can
the
evoke
show-
those kind of emotions,
Exactly. Hey, Junie Tyson, this is how you do horror. Like,
right?
and you genuinely are. You still feel these characters. Like, this man is just trying to.
He was
save his
desperate.
wife, and he will do anything, include literally selling his soul to whatever will take it, just to save her. And it's never a malicious thing. Like, he will do literally anything for her.
That's the thing, is he doesn't become malicious until she breaks.
Exactly.
Until it fails and he's literally out of options at that point.
Yeah.
That's when he snaps and becomes something malicious. Like, yeah, he was a little screwy, maybe possibly enchanted by the sorcerer at that point, which, by the way, fuck that kid.
Right?
Like, even more than Azon, fuck that kid.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sorcerer could.
Phrasing.
No.
Kid asterisk.
Yeah. Could the sorcerer have just been lying to him that he couldn't do anything?
No, I
Well,
honestly
no,
think.
see, here's the thing. That sorcerer is purely out for their own interest.
Yeah, I honestly think the sorcerer was saying, "Hey, this might work. I don't know. I'm not gonna try it. You're stupid enough to try it. Go for it. But it might work. I don't know." And
Yeah,
the
it was an
sorcerer
experiment.
Again, but take in mind, and this will come in later. I guarantee it. The sorcerer has not lied every time he has been on screen. He has been 100% honest. It has been evil honest, but he is absolutely lawful evil as of this point. Like,
It reminds me of, and obviously not, or they claim not to be evil. There are some evil ones, but the Aes Sedai from Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time. The
Yes.
truth an Aes Sedai tells you is not always the truth you think it is. They are
Very
bound by magical oaths to never speak a single word that is not true.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they can't make you believe whatever they damn well want.
I can tell you the
Exactly.
truth, but I don't have to tell you the whole truth.
called careful omission. But it is just, and also we got the power dynamic between mages and sorcerers in this one, and not just the explanation of the gloriousness that is Angelica, that she just described it in passing. You actually got to see the difference between mages and sorcerers,
Mm-hmm.
and they animate that so well in those two, how those two are. So, assuming you don't have any kind of negative things with, that come with apparently being a sorcerer, which would you rather have, the magic or sorcery?
Magic.
Magic, hands down, because
Magic.
the thing with the way this series presents the system so far is sorcery is basically understanding the code of the universe and tweaking it to, do what you want it to do. And as anybody who works with code knows, if you do one thing even slightly spaghetti, there's a good chance you're going to cause a catastrophic crash.
Yes, but however, and this is the reason why I would choose sorcery in this one, knowing the absolute code of the universe and being able to manipulate it to my to my will, I don't have to rely on other beings that can turn against me, as you know, is shown a couple of times where the fairy's like, yeah, I don't want to do this. You are relying on your own ability and being able to see the very fabric that is the universe, and that is very fascinating to me.
It's definitely interesting, but I honestly, I'm just more drawn to that cooperative, harmonious working with your neighbors.
Yeah, compared to, I mean, I don't know if this is true, obviously, but I can definitely picture mages perceiving sorcerers as doing what they do by force.
Yeah, they called that out. The Ariel flat out said they're lawless. They're they just do what they please, and it is absolutely just poured out. Yeah, they are. They don't ask. They just do. And
that's the thing, is it hasn't been shown yet, but I'm almost positive that there is a dark cost to sorcery that we're not seeing.
I think it's the reason why you kind of see the fact that only the sorcerers are the negative points on this one. So I'm wondering, yeah, exactly. Like if they have to see the door of truth, to use a Full Metal Alchemist thing, like their power seems to be very like Full Metal Alchemist to me, where they have to pass that point of no return in order to grant this amazing power.
Well, it's not quite that so much, although I'm sure that may have some implication of doing it, but we don't always see the other side. Like when magic is being done, when Chisei is sending off the corruption, you see the area there and their cooperation in trying to disperse everything, which, by the way, that scene.
Oh,
right.
Holy crap.
fucking beautiful. It's like something out of a Final Fantasy.
Yeah, because
it really was.
She could have just like cleansed them. I mean, just killed them and like got rid of them, but she cleansed them.
Yeah,
she did the right thing. But I'm worried that, especially with the introduction of the little silver-haired bastard, we're going to start seeing the actual the grimy underside of the sorcery. Like when Blondie Alice teleports and she pulls on that pendant to do it.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you there's some type of spirit imprisoned in that.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Yeah. And one thing that got me with the sorcerers right away, because I'm very sensitive to feel in world building, they don't feel like a part of this magical, wondrous world that we are traveling through.
Yeah, well,
Elias is a citizen of this world. Yeah. Angelica is a part of this world. Chisei is just learning how to navigate it. The sorcerers are firmly on the mortal aspect of things, and they're just tapping into what they feel like.
Yeah, and so and the fact that we are having this discussion just proves, what this show is giving us. Like,
yeah, the cats are amazing. The king of the cats.
Yes.
So
the lady
fluffy.
King of the cats. And the fur design in this show is amazing. Like you can see individual hairs floating. Like it's fantastic. The attention to detail is just on beyond.
And then the Tim gets the kill on Matthew.
Yep.
That was so good. That Tim was the Cat King back then.
Yes.
It's like, oh wait, no, Matthew's not going to kill her cat. What? But wait, they can actually fight. Ugh. Oh, okay.
Oh man. So yeah, I am so amped for episode 7 that I can't freaking wait for it. And just,
I mean, she's not even the stereotypical. I mean, yeah, she's been scarred. Yeah, she's got.
Yeah, I want to see what made her just completely like numb to everything. Like, why does Chisei not react to anything? Why is this girl, this 15-year-old girl, so emotionless? And it's not a bad emotionless. It is obvious that she has seen some shit, and I want to know what the hell she has seen.
It's hinted at, but never like flat out said in the first 3 OVA pieces. But it's very well hinted at that her mom killed herself in front of her.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mom just took a jump straight out the window.
And she told Chisei right before doing it, because Chisei's grown up seeing all of these things. All of these spirits and whatnot. She has been able to see them since birth because she is a slave Aggie. Her mom told her before killing herself, I should never have given birth to you, and then jumped.
They did flash to that on one of these episodes. I forget which one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Angelica, when she did the poppy field.
Yeah. That's right.
But yeah, right after that, she killed herself.
Jeez.
Man, but the spirits are so adorable. The lizard that keeps crawling.
Yeah, little lizard.
The axolotl, dude. I love the axolotl thing so much.
Right.
There's one that's coming up that this is just background. It's not spoiler. It's like a sheep caterpillar.
Yes.
Woolly bug.
It was in the Oberon and Titania episode. It was.
They were the things napping around her when she was at the tree.
Oh, okay.
These are great. Yeah.
Which again, Oberon.
Right.
Do you guys have any kids yet?
Good.
Oberon is that anime trope that normally bothers me, but they keep it just subdued enough to not be overbearing.
And then she
It's not that he. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not that he's subdued in it. It's that it's perfectly counterbalanced by the regalness that is Titania.
Yes.
You have her awe-inspiring majesty and Oberon's pure chaotic neutral.
Yes.
Because he is Fae.
Yeah.
He's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants because he thinks it's entertaining.
And also, who's to say otherwise? Because I can almost guarantee he will kick anybody's ass. And
Undoubtedly. I mean,
you do not introduce characters like that without that is Chekhov's tits right there. Like, they will come back in force. Like, if they don't directly fight the sorcerers, they will I'm calling it here. If they don't directly fight the sorcerers, they will grant their powers to Chisei to do it.
I mean, we saw her get a pretty big infusion of magic straight from Oberon. So
yeah. I am anticipating them being a fae a spirit that grants her power to use against the sorcerers, or something along those lines.
As long as that doesn't end up killing Chisei.
I don't think that'll happen. Honestly, this show doesn't seem to be that. This show seems like Elias would kill him, let himself die before Chisei is going to end. And also, it is very obvious that this is a redemption thing for both of them. So I don't think that, because they hinted at a very blonde dragon keeper dude hinted at a very dark side of Elias. Like there's a reason why he's only half baked, and like I cannot wait to see what that is. And I have a feeling it's trying to some kind of manipulation between magic and sorcery.
Watch the next episode now.
I will tomorrow.
Yeah.
I will tomorrow. Or I actually might hold off on it just to not have to bite my fingers off until the next episode.
Also, I did in the cat episode, the sorcerers refer to Elias as the Pila Murialis, and I looked up what that is, and it is a Latin phrase meaning wall spear. When Roman legions were occupying ancient Britain, they had these gigantic four-sided posts that were sharpened on both ends, and they would drive them into the ground as stakes to protect their camps. So that's what Pila Murialis is.
Interesting. All right. We have time to talk real quick about Dragon Ball Super.
If you want, I'm still behind on it, but there is one important thing that we need to say about Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Bulma.
Rest in peace.
Oh yes, rest in peace, Bulma. Yes, absolutely.
Wow, she has been voicing Bulma since Dragon Ball.
Yeah, they don't change They don't change voice actors very much in Japanese Dragon Ball. Like it's the reason why Goku's voice actress is like 80 something years old or something like that.
Can you pronounce?
Ro, have you watched the last couple episodes?
Yes, I'm actually up to date.
Okay. So you remember last episode where we got last time we talked, we got the Patara fusion between Kale and Khalifa.
Yes.
Called Kefla, who was able to handle Super Saiyan God Goku in base form. So Goku goes blue, and she's just like, all right, I'm going to go Super Saiyan, and I'm still going to whoop your ass.
Yeah, it's just this like one up, just like constantly, and then
Escalation of arms.
yeah, and then
No. Speaking of arms.
and then Goku just like goes Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, Goku loses to Kefla very badly in blue form. Like
Because blue
she
form
beats him.
is the mix of ki and God power, right?
That is the fully controlled God key. That is what creates blue. It is there. That is red is an uncontrolled God key. Blue is focused. Ultra Instinct is beyond that, and we get back the Ultra Instinct, and
He goes beyond.
he goes beyond. But so does Kefla by going Super Saiyan 2, and she is still she's outmatched, yes, but she is still pace to pace with Ultra Instinct Goku. She is as strong as Jiren is in just Super Saiyan 2. And eventually she goes Kid Buu and starts just firing lasers off everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's just the experience that Goku has, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is 100% the fact that one, he has experienced Ultra Instinct before, and he is a martial artist through and through. And he's been a martial artist for now going on 20 something or 30, almost 30 years.
I thought he was older than that.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
because Gohan's an adult.
Well, yeah, but he's still in school. So he's like maybe 40, maybe 40. But he's been a martial artist and knows these things and has tapped into these things and has been trained by Whis, who has mastered Ultra Instinct.
Oh, and then the little like flip using the charge Kamehameha
Yes.
to like just use it as a boost over the energy wave.
Yep. Kefla's energy beams are the coolest looking things I've seen in a long ass time. They do so well on animating her. And I want to point out the fact that Dragon Ball hasn't always necessarily had the best well-rounded female characters.
Nope.
Kefla is not over-sexualized. She is not, flirty.
Marginalized.
She is not martialized. She stands toe-to-toe with fucking Ultra Instinct Goku, and she doesn't break a sweat. She's like, not only can I win this, I will win this, and I will win this entire thing, and you can't stop me. And that is brilliant, especially for Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Dragon Ball has been kind of a sausage party.
Yeah. And like, I don't know what changed in the writing staff, but like for the female side of things, 18 is so good now too. Like her and 17 are working like brother and sister again, and it is just amazing. Next episode is actually it's their episode, so probably when they get knocked out of the tournament.
And then Frieza's just being his regular vulture, just roaming around.
I wonder what he's gonna do, because after Goku gets knocked out of Ultra Instinct, Frieza's like, yeah, I still need you to do work. I need you to kill that weird blonde guy with the glorious booty, or that weird bald guy over there with the glorious booty.
So like right now as it stands, I think Universe 7 has 7.
Yeah, Universe 7 is the leading in just pure numbers. Because they have only lost to 3.
I don't think we've talked on this show, but Master Roshi's fight is amazing.
Oh yes, Roshi went out like the boss that he is.
Like I haven't watched those episodes, but I made it a point to watch the that sequence with Roshi,
Yes.
and that was so good.
There's a reason why
man.
he is a master.
Master Roshi.
Yes.
And the fact that he's in this really freaking desperate situation basically, and he still makes it a kind of like a capstone lesson for his students.
This is again, Dragon Ball's kind of been lacking on this. This is a proper way to do a tournament arc where it's not really necessarily even a tournament, but you still have character development. It is not just X versus Y.
Mm-hmm.
The characters evolve and move forward in their plot lines during these fights, and even these characters you will probably never see again. You get attached to them. You there's a fair chance you will never see River Ann again. But the fact that you know her life story, you know her what she wants to become, you know her dreams.
Wait, this is a callback to Dragon Ball.
What?
The original Dragon Ball tournament. In Dragon Ball.
I mean, kind of. I mean, that's
Well,
what
yeah,
Goku wanted it to be.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, with
But Zeno's just like, I don't know what that is, so I'm just gonna bring all these really strong people here because I'm a little kid and an idiot.
No.
So
What I'm saying is like the original martial arts tournament in the original Dragon Ball, because when they had Goku fighting someone or even Krillin, they always gave the backstory,
yeah,
and that's pretty much what this is doing.
Z didn't do that very well.
No,
like
Z didn't. I mean,
Z,
turn this
as I
in-
mentioned earlier, Z went breakneck, villain.
Ah!
Exactly.
Yeah, but with
And
Dragon
Z
Ball,
was several years of order, with nothing in between.
I think I would put Dragon Ball, then Dragon Ball Super, and then Z, because Dragon Ball is just
Poor GT.
that doesn't exist.
What, you mean that weird fan anime that happened a while back?
Yeah, that was some fanfic. No, it wasn't.
Fine. It was
No.
fine. Yes, it was.
You shut.
Pada Brothers.
Days were great. You shut your mouth. Potter again.
Now shake your
Oh.
bum and put them up.
It's surprisingly how much I'm enjoying this arc, and some of the arcs in the show have been kind of missed. Like some of them have just been, I'm not going to say much, but it's just like this is like the Tournament of Power is a great place to start on with the show, because you don't even need to really know anything else about the rest of the characters. Like, I don't think they're ever going to touch the Zama's thing that happened. Zama's who? Yes, exactly. That was the most Dragon Ball Z thing that's happened in this series, I think. Minus the Dragon Ball Z movies being reprinted into 30-something episodes.
Let's see. Yeah.
In the dub, I keep up with the dub because my kids love it. Zeno has been introduced in the dub, and he is voiced by the same girl that voices Toru in Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid dub, and it's great. Rachel's watching it and she's doing her schoolwork, and all of a sudden just Zeno starts talking. She goes, "That's Toru." I'm like, one, yay, you know anime characters. And two, yeah, that is. Holy shit. Maybe it'll make me tolerate Zeno a little bit more. Probably not.
Zeno is just obnoxious.
Just the worst. That's great. That is the classic Toriyama character, though, in Zeno. Like that is Toriyama fishing back to his roots, and I kind of hate it. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much done for this week.
Yeah, I need to go to sleep because I got a road trip to do tomorrow. So, guys, you guys can reach the show by emailing us, geekioshow@gmail.com. Facebook, Twitter, all of the things are /geekio show. If you want to support the show and everything that we do on the Geekio Network, head over to patreon.com/geekio. Anything else before we head out, guys?
Thanks to our guests who showed up in chat. It was nice having you.
Yes. I've been paying attention to chat on my work computer all the time. Thanks for taking it out, guys.
All right.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oyasumi.
This has been a Geek.io Media Network production. Copyright 2017.
Oh no, the Lullaby killed CJ.
I would not Okay, okay. Bye, Twitch.
Bye,
Bye, Twitch. Bye, Twitch.